great event.
Yep.
Natalie, over to you.
All right, Trina, well, you know that saying, if you want the job done, you got to do it yourself. Well, this also applies to planning your wedding. We have Tiffany Nieves-Cook here. She's the CEO of Dream Design Weddings, and she has some great do-it-yourself tips for us. Welcome, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Me.
So what are some of the most expensive things when it comes to a wedding, and what tips do you have for the bride where she can still make her wedding look beautiful but not hurt her wallet at the same time?
Fantastic. Well, I'd love to go into the beauty. If I could, bounce to food and beverage for a second.
Let's do that. Definitely. That's an important part of the reception.
Well, it's one of the biggest expenditures for these girls. So one great way for you to save money when it comes to food and beverage is everybody thinks of food, food, food. When was the last time you were at a wedding you ate so much you wanted to pop? Nobody wants to get up and dance later. So forego the 4-course meal. You can actually have a fantastic salad, entree, use your cake when it comes to dessert, and save thousands on your food and beverage budget and be able to put it somewhere else when it comes to decor.
Right. And what about the beverages? Because that's also a big part of the night, and it's really expensive if you have a lot of alcohol going around, right?
I always recommend open bar.
Okay.
However, one thing that you can do, if your guests aren't major wine connoisseurs and mom and dad aren't as well, so I don't want to make them angry, certainly forego poured wine with dinner. 80% of it goes to waste. You can, again, put that into some other elements of your budget. The wine is still available at the bar, and you're in great shape altogether.
Okay, all right. Some great tips. Now let's talk about this beautiful presentation that you brought for us today.
Well, believe it or not, these are inspired from some of our celebrity weddings. This was actually from Jake Long's recent wedding.
Wow.
However, we did this on a budget. So what I'm going to do is kind of explain, when I design a room, what I love to do is be able to have one major showpiece and then go into multiple other items on the tables when it comes to centerpiece. So I'll mix them up. I won't just do one anymore. So the one all the way to our right, that's actually my showpiece.
Okay.
And I'll have multiples of those in the room, but we'll spend more on those and less on the others. And believe it or not, this particular centerpiece itself, that's my budget centerpiece.
This one here?
That is my budget centerpiece. Thank you. So what I did is we brought in the bling, little touches of color, stayed cohesive with the color that would obviously go along with a larger piece, but I use bling and candle power to really up the ante on the wow for this.
That can really make it look elegant, right?
Hands down. Not only that, but you've got the height. It ties in with this because obviously we want to stay cohesive, and we've got the bling and the purples in the other. But again, it's a great way to create interest in your room, keep the height, but keep your costs down.
Okay, and what about these do-it-yourselves that you have right here in the front for us?
Well, this is actually part of my Tiffany Couture line from Natural Impressions. However, these fantastic papers, they're actually available at a lot of the craft store. And if you have a glue gun, a great printer, and a paper cutter, you'd be shocked at what you could do.
You're set. You're ready to go.
So it's fantastic. You could certainly go into something that's a little bit more elaborate. But again, if you think color, for example, I wanted to use the platinum color, which is really big this year. And if you stay cohesive with your color and you tie everything together, you can splurge on some and you can certainly skimp on the other. This certainly does not look like a skimp menu.
No, it does not. I mean, everything you brought here today is beautiful. Tiffany, thank you so much. You always come with great tips. And for more information and tips, you can log on to dreamdesignweddings.com. You can also give Tiffany a call at 888-478-6534, or you can follow her on Twitter. Her handle is @TiffanyCook. DDW. She has a bunch of tips for you guys, so go ahead and give her a call. Trina, over to you.